It's all in the state of mind. Success begins with a man's will. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it is almost certain you won't. Life's battles do not always go to stronger or powerful people, but sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Honorable Chief Judge, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, during my childhood, I wanted to have a bicycle. And to actually have it was a Herculean task to be realized. My father had resisted to buy me the bicycle for a long period of time. One day, he angrily told me, I don't have money to buy you the bicycle. Thereafter, I never asked. But I sacrificed the purchase of everything. I saved every single penny came to me. And one day, I took rupees 500 to my father and asked him to buy me the bicycle. This deeply moved my father. And the same day, he bought me the best bicycle available and also gave me back the money. To have possessed my own bicycle, believe me, was an obsession come true. And I thanked my father. My father said, you have worked your victory, my son, and always remember, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve. I thoroughly flirted with the bicycle. It was truly a courtship until I met with a terrible accident. My bicycle was torn apart and reduced to a scrap. And needless to say, my body received countless injuries. I did not show my wounds to anybody. I silently entered into my house and lay down in my bed and covered myself fully under a blanket. My next moment of consciousness was in the hospital bed, in searing pain, unable to move, struggling to breathe. When I received the message from my body that most of it was covered by third-degree wounds, I had a choice. I had a choice in how to interpret that information. And I chose to consistently employ the power of my positive thoughts and visualize myself as completely recovered, fully intact, one piece, hale and healthy, and handsome as ever. And as powerful my thoughts were, so was the pace of my recovery. Immediately after my graduation, I left for college. I landed in Riyadh during peak summers when the temperature was 60 degrees centigrade. I had to live with 8 people in a single non-air-conditioned room. For the first 3 months, I had to walk 20s of kilometers after passing through sleepless nights. Even after joining a good firm, my challenges had not relented. On the very first day of my very first job in life, I was put through sales training with others. The sales manager, a very powerful man in that company, was training us. He asked me if I could sell comb to a bar and refrigerator to an Eskimo. I told him, even if I could, I should not. He asked me why. I said, because they do not need them. It would be an attempt to denigrate and belittle your customers. He was furious. He took my plain and honest expression personally and tried his tooth and nail in forcing me to subscribe to his ideas. As long as I found them to be not convincing, I supported my argumentation on the basis of ethics and common sense, suggesting that a business promoted on the basis of trust alone entails symbiotic and long-lasting relationship with customers. Thereafter, the sales manager became my arch enemy and subjected me to every possible difficulty and torturous treatment. He set for me extremely overarching multi-tasks, and in order to realize them, I always had to stretch myself to my utmost limit and work on my toes for 16 to 18 hours a day. Believe me, I have not been exposed to even 1% of such ordeals back. But I never looked back. I had burned the bridges behind. By then, life had already taught me that the strength of a man is to be measured by the power of feelings he subdues, not by the power of those which subdue him. Incited by such powerful beliefs, I could defy every negative and ensured no pain overpowered my spirits. No amount of work consumed my stamina, and no task remained invincible to me. Unable to put up with my relentless growth, despite his brutal impediments, the sales manager one day calls me in his office and tells me, Just resign and leave from here. I can make your exit as easy as you want it to be, and as difficult as you do not want it to be. I only told him, Mr. Tariq, if only you knew me right, you wouldn't waste your time and energy in saying all this, and left his room. Consequently, he had to leave, and I was promoted as a sales manager. My friends, life has never been a cakewalk for me. I never had gifted resources, neither riches nor strong academics. I never used an escalator either. Yet still, I never compromised for anything short of excellence. The only success formula that I learned at an elementary age level was in the words of my father, and that is, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, believe me, man is made and unmade by himself. In the armory of thought, he forges weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools by which he builds for himself the heavenly mansion of joy, peace, and strength. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, man descends below the level of a beast. And in between these two are all the grades of human character. And man is their maker and master. Contest here.